Happy Sunday, everyone, and welcome back to Coffee with a Coach. On this channel, we explore topics like psychology, self reflection, personal growth. You will find plenty of coaching questions to help you reflect on your own journey. And sometimes I also share stories from my life because often those experiences carry insights you might connect with too. In the previous episode, I shared my move to Canada. Today, I would like to continue the story by sharing why I ultimately decided not to stay there. Before I begin, I want to highlight something very important. Each of us has our own path, our own values, and our own way of looking at the world. My decision is just one perspective based on my personal reflections and what I need in my life. I still have many close friends in Canada, and they're flourishing and truly love living there, building beautiful families and wonderful lives. I deeply respect that. What I'm sharing today is simply my story and the reasons that guided me in a different direction. I would like to share with you 10 reasons why I decided not to stay in Canada. Reason number one: distance from Europe. I'm originally from Ukraine, and Canada is very far from home and, in general, from Europe. On my sad days, I remember I would sometimes just sit with Google Maps, open, zoom out, and think, oh no, it's really that far away. Canada is the second largest country in the world, and because of that, it's difficult to plan spontaneous trips somewhere abroad. Of course, you could travel to places like Montreal, inside Canada, or even you could visit the nearby United States, which is wonderful. But for me, I deeply missed the ease of traveling around Europe. What I absolutely love about being in Europe is how close everything feels. In just a couple of hours, you could spontaneously go to Italy, Spain, or visit some friends across different countries. That sense of connection and accessibility was something I deeply missed while living in Canada. If you're currently reflecting on moving to a different country, please pause the video for a moment and ask yourself, how important is proximity to family, friends, or familiar environment in your life? Reason number two: European lifestyle and architecture. I truly love European culture, especially their architecture. Walking past fountains, old cathedrals, and historical squares bring me so much joy and a sense of fullness. For me, that kind of beauty is deeply nourishing. Canada, of course, is beautiful too, but in a different way. It's relatively new country, so the architecture and the cultural atmosphere are very different. Many people love that, and I completely respect it, but for me, it just didn't feel the same. Please put video on pause and ask yourself, which environments make you feel energized, inspired, or at peace? Reason number three: healthcare availability. I feel blessed to be Ukrainian because I can easily reach healthcare services back home. If something happens, I know I can go to a private clinics the very next day, get all of the scans, analysis I need, and it's still affordable. Living abroad, I had to face a cultural shock when it came to medical systems. Emergencies are handled everywhere, but if you want just to prevent health issues and take care of yourself proactively, you often have to wait months for an appointment to a specialized doctor. Being in Europe also allowed me to reach Ukraine easily whenever I needed to take care of myself or use everyday services like beauty salons. That convenience and peace of mind matter deeply to me. Coaching questions. How important is having reliable healthcare and other essential services in your life? Will the country you are considering moving to be able to provide them fully? Or would you prefer to rely on your home country for that support? And if so, how easy would it be to obtain? Reason number four, safety. I have to be honest, I didn't always feel safe in Canada. In some places, there were many homeless people, and sometimes the encounters felt tough or uncomfortable for me. Safety is a basic need, and when I didn't feel it fully, it influenced how I saw my life there. What level of personal safety do you need to feel secure and comfortable daily? Reason number five, lifestyle. I personally prefer the lifestyle and overall atmosphere in Europe. The way people dress, the rhythm of daily life, even the small cultural details, it all feels much more like home to me. In Europe, I feel more connected, more myself, and more comfortable in my surroundings. I also noticed that people in Europe tend to be more relaxed. They might work hard, but they also value quality time at home and with family and friends. In contrast, in Canada, I observed that many people seem very stressed and the overall quality of life feels different. How does your lifestyle and self expression influence your sense of belonging? Reason 6, food. Food is very important to me. When I compare Canada with Europe, countries like Ukraine, Italy, and for me, even the UK, food feels much more flavorful, fresh, and enjoyable. Fruits taste great, meals are rich, and there is a strong culture of cooking at home, which encourages healthier eating habits. On top of that, there is a wide variety of high quality restaurants offering absolutely wonderful food options. In Canada, I noticed a strong influence of an unhealthy lifestyle. There was a huge variety of chips and processed snacks, often priced similarly to or even cheaper than fresh fruits or meat. People tend to rely on these options more frequently, which I personally found challenging. The abundance of processed food combined with higher prices for healthier options made it harder for me to maintain the lifestyle I enjoy. How important is the quality of food in daily life in shaping your sense of well being and happiness? Does the country you are considering allow you to maintain the lifestyle and well being that matter most to you? The next few reasons reflect more on my feminine side, but I think everyone, no matter your gender, might find some insight here. Reason 7, flower markets. I really miss flower markets, those iconic little spots with tiny cozy stalls, small vases, fresh flowers, and even musicians playing nearby. When I first moved to London, in the first few weeks, I found one of my favorite places, the Columbia Flower Market. There you could buy lovely plants, flowers, enjoy coffee and a croissant, and soak in the lively, warm atmosphere. In Canada, I didn't have that experience during the time I've been living there. That little cultural corner of life, which brings so much joy, was missing for me. What small, meaningful rituals or cultural experience are essential for your well being? Reason 8: Fashion. As a woman, I really enjoy wearing nice dresses and feeling good in what I wear. In Canada, the fashion in different shops was quite different from what I was used to. I'm not saying it's beautiful or ugly, it's just not my style. Even in some basic stores like Zara, the collections felt very different compared to Europe, at least from my experience. I couldn't find the pieces that made me feel like myself. Fashion, for me, is the way to express who I am, and that connection was missing in Canada. How important is self expression through lifestyle and appearance in your daily happiness? Reason 9: Size and scale. In Canada, everything felt massive. Huge streets, enormous supermarkets, and long distances. What I personally love in Europe is the cozy feeling: narrow streets, small cafes, and charming corners. Do you prefer a cozy, human scale environment or wide, open spaces? Would you rather live in small, calm surroundings or in large areas with skyscrapers? Which daily rhythm feels more natural and comfortable for you? Reason 10: Culture. Canada is a young country, and I felt it doesn't yet have the same established culture that you find in Europe. In Europe, every country had centuries of traditions, history, and identity that you could feel everywhere in the food, the music, architecture, the festivals. Canada is multicultural and diverse, which is amazing in its own way. But for me, I missed that old world cultural richness. How important is historical depth, tradition, or cultural richness in your daily life? Before I finish, I want to emphasize that these are my personal experiences and feelings. I have met many amazing people living in Canada, and they are very, very happy to be there. I'm truly grateful for the opportunity to move, explore, and experience this life in Canada. The key insight I want to share is this: life is a path, and you never truly know where it will take you until you try. Life is a journey of exploration. Take the chance to discover yourself, your values, and the world around you. Coaching can be a helpful guide in finding your own answers. Pay attention to what truly makes you feel at home and allow yourself to adjust your path as you learn more about yourself. Life is a journey, not a destination. Thank you for sharing your coffee with me today, and see you next Sunday. Bye.